In a quiet West African village surrounded by thick forest and red earth roads, people believed that every secret eventually revealed itself. Some secrets revealed themselves quickly, others waited patiently in the darkness. But there was one secret that would change the life of a young woman named Amara forever. Amara was known throughout the village as a kind and hard-working woman. She lived in a small mud house near the edge of the village with her elderly mother. Every morning she walked to the village market, carrying baskets of vegetables she had grown in her small farm. Life was simple, but it was also very hard. Some nights Amara and her mother slept without eating enough food, and many villagers whispered that Amara would never escape poverty. Until one evening, everything changed. It began on a quiet night when Amara returned home from the market long after sunset. The moon hung low above the tall palm trees, casting pale silver light across the red earth road. As she approached a small house, she noticed something strange. There was a man standing outside her door. Amara stopped walking. She had never seen the man before. He wore dark traditional clothing and stood very still in the moonlight, but something about him felt unusual. His presence seemed almost unreal. The man spoke softly. I have been waiting for you, Amara. Hearing her name from a stranger made her heart beat faster. Who are you? She asked cautiously. The man smiled. I am someone who wishes to change your life. Amara felt uneasy, but the man continued speaking calmly. I know you struggle. I know you care for your mother. And I know you wish for a better life. Amara's eyes widened. How do you know these things? The man stepped closer. Because I have watched you for a very long time. The words made Amara feel a strange mixture of fear and curiosity. Then the man made an offer that would change everything. I want to marry you. Amara stared at him in disbelief. You don't even know me. The man's smile never faded. I know enough. He reached into his pocket and placed a small pouch on the ground. Gold coins spilled onto the red earth. Amara gasped. I can give you wealth, the man said softly, but there is only one rule. Amara looked at him carefully. What rule? The man's voice became serious. No one must ever see me. Amara felt the night air grow colder. But how could I marry someone no one can see? The man replied quietly. You will see me. Only you. Amara returned inside her house that night with her mind full of questions. Yet the image of the gold coins would not leave her thoughts. Days later, she agreed. Soon, strange changes began happening in the village. Amara's poor mud house was replaced with a beautiful new home. She began wearing expensive clothing. Her farm expanded. People whispered, where did she get all this money? But whenever anyone asked about her husband, Amara always gave the same answer. He travels often. The truth was far stranger. Every night, long after the village had gone to sleep, the mysterious man appeared at Amara's home. Only she could see him. Only she spoke with him. And every night he brought more wealth. But as time passed, the villagers began noticing strange things. They never saw Amara's husband enter the village. They never saw him leave. And no one had ever heard his voice. The whispers grew louder. One night, Amara's closest friend, Nola, decided to uncover the truth. She hid near Amara's house after sunset. Hours passed in silence. Then, suddenly, the door opened. Amara stepped outside to greet someone, but Nola could see no one there. Yet Amara spoke softly as if someone stood before her. Nola's heart began pounding. Fear crept slowly into her mind because deep in African folklore there were stories of spirits who took human wives, stories of men who appeared only at night, stories of wealth that came with terrible secrets. The next morning, Nola rushed to the village elders. Soon the entire village gathered outside Amara's house and they demanded to see her husband. Amara stood trembling before them. You cannot see him, she said quietly. The villagers grew angry. They forced their way inside the house, but the rooms were empty. There was no husband, only silence. And in that moment, Amara finally understood the truth. The man who had changed her life was never meant to belong to the world of the living. That night, the mysterious man appeared once more, but this time his face was different. His eyes glowed faintly in the darkness. You broke the rule, he said calmly. Amara's voice trembled. I didn't tell them. They forced their way in. The man's expression remained cold. The living must never seek what belongs to the spirits. As the moon rose higher in the sky, the mysterious man slowly faded into the darkness. And from that night onward, he never returned. The walls disappeared. The beautiful house slowly fell into ruin, and the villagers never spoke of Amara's mysterious husband again. But some nights, when the moon is bright, people say they still see Amara sitting quietly outside her old house, waiting for a man that only she could see.